What conspiracy theory would rock the world if it actually ended up being true, and how? JFK shot first. That the UAP phenomena is actually human-made but from well into the future. And we're visiting the past to study archaeologically why or how a cataclysmic event occurred. And the reason for the UPTICK in recent sightings is that we are getting close to that event. The Mayan calendar was right and the world ended in 2012. We are now experiencing a simulation as an alien museum exhibit. Kennedy's head just did that. Flat Earth would absolutely shatter the entire scientific community. The Earth actually rests on the back of a giant space turtle. And it is standing on an infinite number of turtles all the way down. There is no New Zealand. The Earth is a mosquito reserve. The entire universe does not want mosquitoes. But killing them off is not done. So now they have their own reserve with especially tasty animals for them. That Pepsi secretly owns Coke after Coke's stock fell, and the whole Pepsi versus Coke is just a marketing ploy now. Loch Ness Monster is real. Can you imagine if a dinosaur just comes strolling out of that body of water causing mayhem? If water actually slowly killed everyone over the course of 80 years, but you'll die sooner without it. I would say the religious communities would be shooketh if the biblically described angels began appearing. If Australia wasn't real and every Australian was an actor. Jesus comes down, says it's spelled geosis, and leaves. Bigfoot finally shows himself. Take all the selfies you want. No more blurry pics, guys. There were other intelligent civilizations on Earth before humans. Millions to billions of years ago, but we've lost all trace of them except for a few out-of-place objects that get found every now and then. Birds aren't real. 9/11 was an inside job, meaning the 20-year war was almost for nothing. The Roman Empire never died would be up there, since it is the all-encompassing one of the Rothschilds, Knights Templar, secret cabals running all. The English monarchs being lizard people. Harry Styles being bald. Seriously nothing. The Panama Papers were leaked during the build-up to the worst cost of living crisis on Earth, and no one did anything. Sock the IFS. Our universe is something like the equivalent of a human organ. Imagine that we're just here for one extremely tiny purpose in the huge scale of things. And we are actually extremely tiny cell-type creatures inside of a bigger creature. Us evolving and spreading to other planets is akin to a cancer spreading. Politicians and democracy is a way to make the average person feel like they have freedom, while the actual leaders are the elites at the top. Reptilians. There's a planet opposite Earth on the other side of the sun called Kardash. A small group of beings from Kardash came to Earth to corrupt our civilization using popular media. They're known as Kardashians. If some of our politicians are aliens. Stargate. There's actually someone in charge, and we are not just winging it in. The CIA assassinated JFK. Oh, let me think of one, as I have a few in mind. What if we are all just a result of AI from another planet or galaxy or a different universe altogether? Like we are all being monitored because each AI entity has a job to check on us individually. Through the technology we created, and they have been waiting for us to get this far in their experiment. The universe is a computer simulation. If the government knows about and is covering up alien visitors, it's a crime against humanity. They have zero right to restrict that knowledge from us. This is all just your imagination. I really want the sentient yogurt thing from Love, Death, Robots. Imagine the world's powers kneeling to dairy. Then, they just leave this planet and leave the world in a state of helpless confusion. Echelon was real. No one cared. They proved domestic surveillance by the NSA. No one cared. They released solid evidence of US war crimes. No one cared again. The Panama Papers were leaked. No one cared. What would shatter the world? It seems like nothing. Hulk Hogan was the third man. The CIA spent decades testing LSD on the American populace. MK Ultra. The American government monitored all internal communications from 2001 to today. These are both true. But no one cares. Just Google MK Ultra and Julius Assange. But in the end, no one cares. That Earth is hell and the Bible's God is actually the devil. That the moon is fake. Flat Earth. Anything that contradicts literal science. Powerful politicians at the top of their countries. Super rich elites and several famous celebrities, actors and singers operate or take part in secret pedophilia rings. Time-traveling Bigfoot. The Illuminati is real, and is being run by two hip-hop stars. Religion being real. Like actual proof heaven-hell exist, God being real, the rapture etc. Ancient aliens would be amusing. You know, a lot of conspiracy theories are really just things that actually happened. They just didn't rock the world. Because it's never allowed to rock anything until well after everybody's moved on. Rich and influential people are running amok. Have been for decades. And they have the most powerful weapon on the planet, a lot of fucking money. All we have is the meager ability to complain about it to each other or worse talk about it like it is just another urban legend. Strength in numbers has never looked so pathetic before this millennium. Flesh is an alien parasite that infected our peakful bone world. They in fact are putting chemicals in the water to turn frogs gay. A genetic scientist has already created superhumans and super smart parrots. Probably anything related to Epstein and his connections to the CIA and Mossad to extort influential politicians, businessmen, etc. We have the cure for cancer. But the industries that found it have suppressed it to keep the cancer drug industry thriving. That society used to be as advanced as it is now. But there was a near-apocalyptic event that made people have to start over. That UFOs aren't actually coming from space but from our very own water. Because we only explored 5 of the ocean. We know nothing what's really in there, and the theory that UFOs are coming from our ocean would put people in an odd situation, whether it means there's still chance of aliens in space or they already invaded our planet and been living in our water. The afterlife is real. The cool S stands for Shrek. The secret ingredient in Coca-Cola is human feces. Our modern tech is based on reverse-engineered alien craft.